Hi everyone, I'm Lorena Gonzalez, your citywide Seattle City Council member and the chair of the City Council's Education Committee. And welcome to another episode of Education with Lorena. Today I am joined by my friend, educator, and labor leader in the Seattle Education Association, Phyllis Campano. So thank you for being with us today to talk a little bit about education.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Phyllis, you are a public school educator and a labor leader, and I really want to hear from you how you think the levy changes lives for our kids once we invest them in our kiddos.
Great. So first I want to thank the City Council Education Committee for really fighting for K-12 funding. That was really important to put some of that money back in. So for us in the classroom, it's really important. You saw firsthand the academic interventionists, particularly at John Muir, and how important those educators are to closing the opportunity gap for our students. We also really need more family support workers, and it's about making a relationship with the family and the students and getting them the services that they need, which they may not be able to access if they didn't have a connection or help. Some of the after-school programs and the summer programs are really important to keep our kids ready for the start of school in September, particularly our high school kids, where sometimes they tend to drop out over the summer, so those programs are really important. And even though the school health centers aren't in the K-12 portion, how important that is to keeping our kids healthy and keeping them in school, as well as the homelessness for the youth. Super important for our kids. Consistent roof over their heads and that they feel safe really does affect their education. So thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you. And I know that the levy does a lot of different things for a lot of different folks with different needs, and it's really important for us to continue to focus on that whole family and the whole student. And I really appreciate Seattle Education Association's participation in the Levy Oversight Committee as well. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about why it's important to have the Oversight Committee when we talk about how we're going to invest these dollars in our kids.
Yeah, I think the committee is made up of so many different community members that people feel like they have a voice in what's happening in their city, and that we really truly appreciate that. And it's also an accountability piece for the city to ensure that the money is going to the communities that really need the assistance.
So it's really important because we want to make sure that we're investing in things that we know work, and really at the end of the day, that's the success of our kiddos and their families, and really excited that you continue to be a good partner to us, both on the Levy Oversight Committee and in just general fighting for equity in our public school system. So thanks so much, Phyllis, for being with us and for sharing some of your perspective with us about how this levy can be so powerful. Once again, you can continue to be engaged with us on email or on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also join us on Wednesday, March 27th at 9:30 a.m. in City Council chambers. That's next week on Wednesday, to learn more about some of the issues the City Council is identifying and what potential amendments we might see to the proposed implementation and levy plan for the Families Education, Preschool, and Promise Levy. So until next time, this has been Education with Lorena.